Welcome to everybody for the third race of RacingLeague.net GT3 Season 5 Championship. Here we are with the third race of a championship. Unfortunately for you as spectators, we don't saw the race, the second race on Suzuka, because I was unavailable for that moment. But we are ready again for another incredible race, and the championship right now is very intense if we talk about the standings, because right now Daniel Miller is in first place ahead of Lucas Matician, the reigning champion, that is on 116 points. Again, Daniel Miller 129 points. Daniel Miller with a win on Suzuka, and Lucas with the win at Watkins that we saw on live. Suzuka, not in live, but it was a good race by Daniel Miller, followed by Jannes Valenduk that missed the first race and get a second place. And now he's in 6th place for the standing, but it's important to know that in Racing League there's a system that count only 6 races of the 9, so if you miss some racing, there's no problem, because only 6 of 9 count for the end of the championship. So one error is not one error is not necessarily a bad thing, and everything can change in 9 races. Right now we are on Barcelona, the one Spain circuit we have on Assetto Corsa Competizione, and we are here with the Ferrari of Lucas, that it is always, every time the first exiting on qualifying, and it's incredible. Every race I saw, Lucas is always first exiting the pit, and now we see this incredible lap with his Ferrari. Normally he drove Bentley, but this championship he decided to go with the Ferrari, that is a great car, but it's very difficult to set it up. But right now Lucas, we saw in Watkins, he did a great job, even with the BOP penalty. But today I think he don't have any BOP for this race, because we'll see. Okay, goes first on the first race, so 15 seconds on Suzuka. But yeah, no, 10 seconds. Maybe yes, 10 seconds, because he finished first and 8th. So first 15 seconds, and with the 8th second, because it's an important thing to know that RacingLeague.net has this BOP system that stabilizes every race, and it works with a time penalty system. The time penalty goes maximum to 30 seconds and depends on what you classified the race before. Lucas taking the pole position, but we need to stay on alert, because there's some drivers that are very fast right now. And I think two Adua, Alessandro Vai, Arthur Dubois. We also have a pair of brothers, 2 French brothers today on track. So very good. It's very good to see new faces on Racing League, and 30 drivers on track right now. Okay, maybe we go with Daniel Miller with a basic BMW skin, BMW livery, that is the Turner Motorsport livery, the GT America livery. Mica that I follow GT America, Asia and Europe, because I do the commentary of the lights in Italian, so it's fun to see a livery that I already saw on track, on the real part of the track. But Daniel Miller right now is doing a great job for his lap, and maybe go inside his great BMW M4, BMW M4 that has some difficulty at the start of the season on the counterpart on reality, but right now he solidified as a good car, not the fastest around right now, but he can go for podium. Can go for podium in a very good way and very constantly. So not a bad move by BMW after the M6 that wasn't that good even here on Assetto Corsa Competizione. In Assetto Corsa Competizione the BMW is overpowered, not at the start, but at the start it was overpowered because the BOP from Kunos wasn't the best, but at the end they solved the thing. And so here we are with a lap by Daniel Miller. We see what is the time right now. Lucas staying on pole with a 1:34.177, but Daniel Miller closing with a 1:44.245. So great time, only under a tenth of second behind Lucas. So very fast lap, but we also have another driver that is very fast today, but right now is on 5th place. That is Martin Sor, the Denmark driver, I think, from Denmark, or is Norwegian. I need to show a flag because I don't want to. It's not Norwegian, it's Denmark. The Denmark driver with the Lexus right now is on 5th place, but it's very fast. He can do a great lap. We'll see. Also, we need to stay on alert for Sergei Vish. I think that is okay. Right now he's on 27th place, the Ukrainian driver with the left on. And right now he has not already set a time, but we need to stay on alert also for him, that is ahead of Martin Sort. So it will be a very good qualifying right now with 5 drivers under 1 second against Lucas, that is doing a great job. And we talked about the BOP system before, but not completely, because as the GT Asia, because on the GT World Challenge Asia there are a similar way, but only for the second race of the weekend. Right here on Racing League we do a balance of performance on with the seconds, so a time penalty that is counted on the pit stop. So the maximum is 30 seconds, but how you take this BOP penalty depends on the position you end the race before. So if Lucas, because we talk about Lucas because he was the first on Watkins Glen on the first round. Lucas finished first on the race, and so for the race after, for the second round, he has a 15-second penalty for the BOP, and so he had a 15-second penalty on the pit stop. After that, he had the second race and finished 8th. So 8th count as minus 5 seconds. So this race will have 10 seconds of BOP. And so that depends, because first gain 15 seconds on of time penalty. Second and third 10 seconds. 4th and 5th 5 seconds. 6th 0 seconds. So remain unburied, no change on the time. 7 and 8 minus 5, 9 and 10 minus 10, and 11 on lower minus 15 seconds. So it also depends on every race, but the maximum of time penalty is 30 seconds. We don't go above the 30-second time penalty on the pit stop, because also another rule that it is important to remember here on Racing League is that it is a mandatory pit stop with mandatory refueling, but the tires are the tires can also not be changed. It depends on the choice of the driver, but normally here we always see the driver without a tire change, also because we normally go with a very good and then decide to don't drain the tire, and so we'll see with sort of take the first place right now, 1:34.095, so very good. Daniel Miller on third and Lucas on second place. It will be a good season, this one. I think it will be a very good season to see very good battles around the track. Oh, we'll see. Also Patrick van der Linden on 5th place with the Bentley. And right now we have a very good statistics, I think, for, at least for me, that we see on the top 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 7 different constructor and manufacturer. We see Lexus, we see Ferrari, we see BMW, Aston Martin, Bentley, Audi and Lamborghini into the top 10, and it's very good. And also a Porsche a little behind with also the Mercedes of Arman Petrovic that is doing a great job as always, the Latvian driver. But we have a lot of nation today, and we have a Denmark driver, we have a lot of Dutch driver because it's a Dutch-born league. RacingLeague is mainly of the driver are Dutch, but we have also English driver. We have Russian driver also, Nedorezov, that is a Russian driver. Kadisev, that is one of the other Latvian driver, but the first Latvian we had is Arman Petrovic, that right now is in 13th place. Fish from Ukraine in 8th place. Serkan Duran with the Lamborghini, great choice of car, I love Lamborghini, from Switzerland. Jeroen de Witt is Dutch. Lawrence van der Water from Belgium with the Porsche. Dubois, that is this French. Petrovic, we saw that is Latvian. Van der Does, okay. Bucur Florentin from Romania. Alfonso Soto, that is crashed, I think. Yeah, before Ansi, after the long curve, long turn in Barcelona. Toto from Portugal, Zaleski from Israel, Dubois also from French, Ion from Ukraine, and Noricum from, I don't see the flag, I need to, from American, yeah, Noricum from America. Freddy sang another Denmark driver. Kapovic from Croatia or Slovakia, I don't remember. Oh my god, I have problem with the laggy from Croatia. Sorry, Branko. And Cohen van der Wacht that finish all with from Netherlands. Also underwater. That is another Dutch driver. But right now, Martin Swart, when we are at half of the qualifying, is in first place. 1:44.060. And now first place with Lucas at 10th after him, but he clearly doing a great job to try to set his fast lap. Right now he's doing a great job. Maybe we go inside his Ferrari and we try to see what he can do to beat him. And also, if I count myself, I'm from Italy, so I don't drive here because I'm the commentator of the of GT3 season, but sometimes I race also on RacingLeague, and we have a driver that is not here today, that is Italian, that is Davide Russo. But today he's not here. At least I don't see him here. Yeah, not here. Lucas right now doing a great job. Ooh, why he stopped? It was a great lap from Lucas, but he stopped. It was a cut and a track limit, so strange. Strange situation here for Lucas. But we are ready to see another driver that is improving, that is Afonso Soto. He's improving a little bit for the top 15, I think, at least. We'll see what he can do with his number 99 Porsche. Last turn, the too difficult turn of Barcelona. And Alfonso Soto close with 1:45.735, 14th place, not bad from the Portuguese. And it's a great time, but also attention to Sergei Vish, that right now is improving. He can clearly pass Nedorezov, but we'll see if he can go also ahead of Patrick van der Linden for the top 5. Right now it's a little bit ahead of its time, with always the left blip on. With his Audi, the LMS2 Evo, the new Audi from that arrived with the Challengers pack, with the BMW CS and also with the new Porsche Cup and the new Lamborghini Super Trofeo, also the Ferrari Challenge Evo. But it's one of the fastest cars around, at least on the straight. And so Sergei Vish, last turn for him, a little bit wide on both. He decide to don't cut on the curve, but he's clearly faster than Nedorezov and beat him. But the last turn clearly decide the situation for him. And now Lucas Matthijsen retake the pole position with a time of 1:44.015, so a little bit behind the 1:33, but Sort is very fast right now and only 45 milliseconds behind Lucas. Is doing a great lap. We are on the same pace of his previous pole position time. And we'll see. Daniel Miller cut the track limit, but it was an hell of a lap by the British driver. It was 5/10 faster than its time, but it's not count. Here the last curve for Sort for Martin. Not good, and remain on second place. And so we go for Patrick van der Linden with his Bentley. He also tried to beat its time and gain some position, but also attention to Mark Ruben, that is improving and goes 12th place. Great improvement by Mark Ruben. Little bit behind the top 10, and we return to Martin Sort. We need to stay on alert because Martin with his Let's is doing a great job. Martin, if we talk about his position on the championship, he doesn't participate, doesn't join the first race, but on the second finished 7th. So no time penalty for him, but he's very fast and can certainly be a very tough driver to beat around here. But we go to Daniel Miller because Daniel is improving last curve for his BMW. All depends on the last chicane, one of the difficult turn of all the championship. Great lap, this is a great lap. It's clearly the pole position. 1:33.845. Now attention to Martin Short, because he can probably beat Lucas, but I don't know if he beat Miller. Yes, ahead of Lucas, but not beating Miller. And now Miller is ahead with Dua. It is improving a little bit. Alessandro Dua, one of the brothers in arm from French, Alexandre Dua and Antoine Dua, if I'm right. No, sorry, Arthur. But right now, I think Garisev gained 4th place. No, Garisev was first in 4th place. Also, attention to Roald Ordeman with his Aston Martin, but is doing a great job in this championship. A little unlucky on Watkins, but on complex is doing a great job. Alexandre Dua, time cancelled. Now Daniel Miller is improving a lot. Also Martin Short is improving. Again, Daniel Miller, the British driver, is doing a great lap. It's nearly 5/10 better than his last lap, but this last sector is difficult and it wasn't that precise by him. Yeah, not that good on the exit. Lost nearly 2/10, but it's faster. He's faster. 1:33.527. Great lap time by Daniel Miller. Martin Short is gaining a little bit. He's behind Lucas. He's behind Daniel, sorry. But go with a time of 1:33.782. And attention to Lucas that is doing a great lap. Probably behind Daniel by a little. 1:43.562. 35 milliseconds behind Daniel. Wow, wow, wow. What an incredible qualifying we are seeing right now in Barcelona for the 3rd race of this incredible Racing League Championship. Absolutely crazy right now. This is an incredible qualifying session here. And now Kadisev closing with time. Ooh, he lost everything at the end and so remain in 5th place with Patrick van der Linden, gained a position against him. And now we go with Lawrence van der Water. Lawrence that missed the first race because it was an holiday, like I was on the second race. But on the second, Lawrence was here, gained a 9th place, but now set him on 16th place in general standings. But it's very early to see a complete picture of the championship. Also, because it's important to remember that 3 of 9 races will not count. So it's pretty difficult to see what the standing will look like right now and after this race. Maybe after the 6 and 7 race we can try to at least think who will be the championship, but right now it's very difficult with Sergeyevich that is improving. Also Duran is improving a little bit, and Dua also. We go with Dua Alessandro, because he's improving a little bit. And last curve, ooh, wide. Lost everything here. Sandro lost everything into the last curve. And also Vish with the time cancelled. But we go to Petrovic with his Mercedes. Not the only Mercedes on track, because we also have the Mercedes from Zaleski. I saw a car fly. Like okay. Some bugs or some driver that disconnected, but was it was fun to see a car fly. But we are okay right now. We got a great lap by Petrovic. It is improving by a lot. Great time here by Armand. But it's not valid, I think. It was white the time on the leaderboard, at least in my leaderboard. But strange, very strange. I thought it was faster, but the time isn't valid. So we go with Ordelman, but he's improving a little bit. Maybe he's trying to gain a top 5 spot. We'll see if he can stay at least for a star on the top 5. Now he's in 6th place, but he's not anyway a bad qualifying. It's a very good qualifying from Ruald with his Aston Martin, the first Aston Martin if we talk about a constructor. Not a very good last turn. Yeah, he will improve it. He's improving a little bit, but stays behind Kadizevs. With Lucas right now, it is improving a little bit. Also, attention to Daniel, because right now the battle between those two are incredible. Now we are going to see the Lucas Matician Ferrari. We got a great lap right now. Ooh, and we saw a BMW behind, goes wide. Is probably the BMW of the Vit. Here there's the turn that right now is different on reality, because Assetto Corsa Competizione doesn't have an update with a new modification of the track. Lucas decided to retry another lap because it was at the same pace as the lap before, but now we go to Ordelman because he's improving a little bit. Depend all in this last free turn. Here it's important to cut a lot, but not that much. Very good line by Truald. The great lap here is a great lap. 144, 135, gaining the 4th place. That was a very good lap, and he gained a lot on the last 3 turns. So, very good last 3 turns from Ruald. And now the qualifying ended, so right now Lucas is on pit, Daniel is doing his lap, maybe he can improve. Patrick van der Linden right now is improving. Depend also for him on the last free turn. Good chicane, a little bit wide there, but inside the track limit. And he's improving, He gained the 4th place, gained before by Roald Ordeman. And right now, the only driver on track trying to improve is Reinder Helmut with Aston Martin. But right now he's in 23rd place. But he's improving. He can possibly go for the top 20, sorry. All depends on the last sector. Very difficult sector, at least in my opinion. Also, there's Sven van der Wacht behind him. It is improving. It is on lap. Reindeer Elmo, a little bit of oversteer there, but controlled in a good way. Lost a little bit. And so finish on 19th place. So gain the top 20. And Coen van der Wacht finish 30th. Remain 30th with underwater. But right now isn't inside the server. But he stays on 13th, 41st place. Right now a little bit of pause, and after these 3 minutes we are ready to race. One moment, and we are ready to return for a 60-minute race with a mandatory pit stop. And so we are ready for 1 hour race, but before, as always, the formation lap, because as always, there's the formation lap to... Wow, what happened there? For Sergei Vish, I think it is. Yeah, it's Sergei Vish. What happened to Sergei Vish? The race not started, but happened. Something happened to Sergei. Goes into the wall. Ooh, no, 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 no. That was a very bad move by Sergei. Already on the wall, with great damage on his car. That was a very strange situation, and Sergei is already on the pit. Before starting, it was a situation like the 1991 Imola Grand Prix on Formula 1 with Alan Prost retired for the rain, but there's no rain today here. So very, very strange situation here for Sergei Vish. And certainly the drivers behind are very happy, but that was a very, very strange situation to see. But now we are half of the track with Daniel Miller in a pole position. We see right now, we also see the time penalty, and we have Daniel Miller 20 seconds, Lucas with 10 seconds, Adrian Devin with 5, also 10 seconds for Will Alderman and 10 seconds for David. So it can be a very good race also for the time penalty for the BOP. That it is a system that is already in use in the GT World Challenge Asia. Not in the Europe and neither on the America, but on the Asia is one of the system used. Also the Balafon performance, but we talk about weight, and luckily in a Assetto Corsa competition right now we can't add more than 30 kilos, and we are ready. We're double filing right now, ready for the start of the race, waiting for a green flag, and the lights out. Away we go. Another race, third race of the championship. Great start by Daniel Miller, but Lucas with the power of Ferrari trying to take the outside. Also attention to Martin Sort trying to go into the inside, maybe 3 wide on the first turn. Very good, but the BMW of Kadisev, I think, touch a little bit. No, it wasn't the Kadisev one. It was Jérôme De Witt with a little bit of contact, but everything goes fine. Even with the contact, but not behind. A very big crash behind. Very big crash with a lot of driver lost in position. We need to show what happened behind with our replay, because it was a pretty strange situation. Very good here going into the first turn. Ooh, I see what happened. The Mercedes for the re-enter of BMW had a crash and it was impossible to avoid. No, there's no way to avoid that BMW there. No fault for the Mercedes. I think that was Vanderdose if we saw the positioning, but I'm not sure. We will see this after the race. The Stewart team will certainly see what's happened, but right now we are going ahead for this incredible battle with Lucas Matischen behind Daniel Miller, with Martin Sold also and Patrick van der Linden, and also Kadisev that gained a little bit with fastest time right now, that is not valid because we talk about 10 minutes and 5 seconds of fastest lap, but right now we are on the first lap, so it happened. But right now Afonso Soto, great start of a race behind Nedorizov with his Porsche, the Porsche that are very good in the turn, but isn't that fast on the straight, so this track can be very good for the Porsche, especially on the second and the third sector. The first sector not the best for the Porsche, but we'll see if Afonso Soto can try to take a position, and also attention to Lawrence van der Water, that is also with the Porsche and is doing a great job behind him. But attention to Stab side by side with Overbiki, trying to take the inside in the turn and pass. Stab pass in a very good way against Overbiki, and now Pel Overbiki is behind with David side by side with Lawrence van der Water. A great break by Jaron David, goes a little bit wide here and remain behind Lawrence van der Water. And now you're seeing a very great race right now with David that is trying to recover after that not a good start. And right now the first side they're waiting for each other. 1 second to 1 second. There's the gap between the first seats driver. Already 1 second to each other. With some driver that already decide to go into the pit. I think there's Zaleski, Kapovic, Dubois, and also Vish that remain on the pit. Right now it will be also an interesting situation if we talk about the blue flag, but Bucor Florentin lost the position against Mark Ruben. We want to see what happened here with also, I think, Van Cleef right there, yeah, but lost position, a free wide between these three drivers into the first turn, not too wide at the end, with Bucor Florentin lost the position against an incredible Mark Ruben with a great braking. Stays ahead. Very, very good move by Mark Ruben, but right now gained a position against Bucor Florentin. But we go again with Lawrence van der Water against Afonso Soto. Lawrence that gained the position against his fellow Porsche driver. And right now they having a great battle for the top 10 place. Also Jordan DeWitt seemingly seem faster than these two drivers ahead, but is very difficult to pass them. And also Pel Overbeeker now passed by Neon, and here Noricum, the American driver, a little bit aggressive there, and Pel Overbeeker it was impossible to save a car there. Very unlucky with Jasper Olster and David side by side with Soto that lost a little bit of place. And the Olster side by side with David lost a little bit of the rear of the car, and so David pass. And also Soto lost 2 or 3 places, I think. Wow, what happened to Afonso Soto? We are too late to show their play. But right now we see a very good battle between the drivers near the top 10. And also we need to stay on alert for the drivers for the top 5. But right now these are the battles we are going to see. And also Zaleskin passing Dubois right now for the 28th place. And we are going again to Afonso Soto behind Petrovic, the Portuguese and the Latvian. Maybe Afonso trying to do a great outstanding braking into the inside. No, decided to go with a good line waiting. Ooh, a little bit wide there. Jasper that lost a lot against Petrovic. And it's very good. Ooh, Helmut, what happened to Helmut? Want to see what happened to Helmut because lost some places. Was a little bit. Ooh! Lost over here. And here, what happened again to Helmut? What happened again to Helmut? Want to see immediately also to Uno Fredriksen. Something happened. Wow. Ooh, another real loss of him. All drivers avoid him. Noricum with a crash and decide to go into the pit. Wow, there's a lot happening right now with Van der Does and Uno Fredriksen that is going into the pit. So we have a lot of driver right now on the pit lane, doing their pit. A lot happened on these 10 minutes. We are not even at the 10 minutes, and a lot happened in this incredible race. Darman Petrovic that decided to let Robin Van Cliff pass. Ooh, no, it wasn't a decision, it was a good save by Petrovic and wait a little bit to restart for let the tire refresh a little bit because the tires are hot as hell when when you save a car like that. So a great choice by Petrovic and Neon, a great pass by Jaron Stubb with his McLaren style F1 style McLaren when Hamilton was bold. But it was when Hamilton started his career in McLaren. It was a very good moment. I think everyone was happy to see Hamilton at the start of his career. Right now, at least some people doesn't like Hamilton. But Ruben Van Cliff here pass Petrovic, also Dudok pass Petrovic because Petrovic goes a little bit wide there. And we are going again into the top 5 with Kadisev. That, ooh, what happened to Nedorezov? What happened to Nedorezov? I think. Ooh, wow. This was a pretty incredible lag by Nedorezov. And Ulster was part of the incident. It was impossible to avoid that situation. So very unlucky by Jasper Ulster. It was impossible to avoid. With Dudok right now that is behind Van Cliff. Maybe try to late brake here on the inside of this turn, but it's very difficult. It's a one-line turn here. But Benjamin stays very close to a BMW of Van Cliff. And he's doing a great job right now in this battle. Ooh, trying to go into the inside, into the chicane. Attention here. With an incredible pass by Dudek and also Petrovic. What a maneuver to pass Van Cliff after his rejoin of the track, but also great respect by Van Cliff. And this is what we want here on Racing League. Great racing with respect. These are the mandatory things that we research in the drivers that want to join this championship. We want clean and fair racing. We are here to have fun. There are no prizes, so the important is to have fun and have a great race. Sometimes some bad race happen because it's part of racing. It's part of life also, but The important thing is to have fun with friends and rivals. And right now Martin Short having a great battle against Lucas Martin that can certainly have a great chance for the win of the race if stays in this pace against Lucas and Daniel. All depends on his end, but right now he's doing great. Him doing 1:34.622. It's not the fastest lap because the fastest lap is set by Miller with a 1:33.935, and he's 3 seconds ahead Lucas, but is a great race right now between these three. That are doing a great job with Neon. Ooh, what a braking by. He's not stop. He's not stop. It's another Mercedes. It's not Patrick's. It's the Mercedes of Zaleski. But is blue flag, and it was a little bit aggressive by Emil here. I know that you're blue flagged. And I think he's fastest, but you need to pass. In a best way. Also, attention to Kadisev that now lost the position to Duran. Great overtake by Duran. But the BMW of Kadisev certainly doesn't want to lose the place. And also, there's Ordelman. Is doing a great job behind, and Zaleski pass also Uno Fredriksen, but we go again into this incredible battle because they're doing a great job here between those three. Ooh, a little bit wide. A little bit wide there by Kadisev and lost a little bit. Now Martin Short! Wow. That was a very late braking by Martin, and Lucas going with an incredible oversteering move. Wow. Lucas with his incredible move with his Ferrari. Is having me every time, but they're not very difficult to control when you drive it. The car is more critical to see than when you drive it. From outside isn't the best thing to see. But Zaleski trying to pass Dubois for 20th place. Great braking onto the first turn, side by side with the French driver against and Zaleski advanced pass. Great overtake here. It was a very good overtake. With stop right now behind Van Cleef, trying to go here with Van Cleef. Great braking because I think it was certain that it was very convinced that Stab will attack there, but Stab with a great move, with a great IQ, decided to not attack and wait for the arrow of the rival and pass him in a very simple way. So great choice here by Stab. And also we saw an overtake for a moment, at least I think. Ooh, wow, Bukur Florentin with an incredible decision, and it was very, very wide. Maybe this will be a penalty, at least a warning for Florentin, because it was a very bad move, because it was certain that the contact between those two. after a bit late braking, but Robin Van Clift tried to gain the position against Stab and regained. Stab stays behind the BMW, trying from the outside, but he can't try to go into the inside, into this turn. They're doing a great battle here for the 17th place, but Robin Van Cliff with an incredible braking stays ahead, and now Roald Orderman try to break here side by side with GT3 pass with his Aston Martin. Duran very happy of this situation because he can try to escape and gain some advantage against these two. And also Orderman right now with a 10-second penalty can certainly have some advantage to Duran. When Kadisev gaining with the slipstream, will try certainly on that side, but well that Van decide to go and defend the outside, and so Roald remain ahead. And Zaleski and Helmut over side by side into the last sector. Very good battle here with Helmut with a great defense. Ooh, wow, this is great racing also for the 24th place with also Dua, one of the Dua brothers, the Arthur Dua. They're doing an incredible race right now. Also the other Dua, Alessandro Dua, little bit of oversteer there and save it. But Alessandro Dua doing a great race also, 8th place for him. And now battling against GT3 Orderman. And I think right now we can go for one lap inside the Martin Sort kart with the Lexus. So one lap inside his car to see what he can do. And so we saw a great lap from Martin Sort that is trying to pass Lucas for the second place of this race with Daniel Miller right now nearly 6 seconds ahead. Martin Sort trying to attack on the first curve, and wow! Martin Sort trying with an incredible attack and goes with the contact against Lucas Matician. It was a very difficult move. But Martin Sort maybe a little bit too aggressive there at the end, the worst part was for Martin, but has a little bit of damage certainly. And also right now is pressed by Patrick van der Linden with his Bentley. We'll see if he can regain the advantage. But it was a very, very great move there. But Kapovic outside. What happened to Branko Kapovic with his Honda? Ooh, completely lost the rear. Also, I think the same to Neon happened. Yeah, the same thing as Branko. I think there's some oil there because it's a lot slippery, that curve. But wow. Martin Sorbet was a great move. That was very, very aggressive, but it was a fair chance. I think it wasn't a bad move. It was a little bit aggressive, and I think he braked a little bit late because at the end he needed to stay too much on the inside, cut on the grass, so it was not braking very well, and at the end goes into the inside. You need to do a little contact with Lucas to try to save the car, but it was impossible. Wow. It was a very good move. Something missed, but at the end, right now, Lucas is the one ahead, and Martin need to recover. Also for try to remain ahead of Daniel Miller with pit stop. But we'll see. Now Alessandro Roy behind Kadisev is not the only battle on track, because we have also Kapovic and Neon, and Helmut and Zaleski for the position behind. All drivers from 18th to 28th place already did the pit stop. The other drivers need to do the pit stop, a mandatory pit stop, with Kapovic that lost control of the car. Ooh, wow, that was very risky for Kapovic and also for Petrovic. But he arrived like that, but avoid everything. Good maneuver by Petrovic. And right now, Alessandro Roy trying to stay near Kadisev's. He's trying to do his best for gain the position against the Latvian driver. Great battle between the French and the Latvian. I was in French last week on holiday, so it's good to see also some new faces and also new French driver. I think they are also the first French driver we see here on RacingLeague, but I'm not sure. So welcome to Alexandre and Arthur. And we are also happy to see new faces here on RacingLeague. The Kadisev trying to gain some temperature on his tires. With the stop going into the pit right now, 33 minutes to go. We are near the half of the race. Right now, it's a pretty good situation for Daniel Miller. Nearly 10 seconds ahead Lucas. And nearly 17 seconds ahead of Martin. So right now, if we see the BOP is not ahead of Lucas and also not ahead of Martin, but he's doing a good job, and when he decides to pit, maybe he's ahead. We expected also a rainy race, but as we see, there's a lot of sun. The optimal condition, optimal grip, and 32 degrees. Yeah, it's not the hottest situation we saw here on RacingLeague, but it isn't also the fresh situation we saw here, with cold situation we saw. With Rainer Helmut behind Kapovic, trying to learn and wait for a space to try to overtake the rival. We'll see if he can try here. No, decide to stay behind Branko Kapovic. Maybe here from the outside line. Yeah, he's certainly trying. Ooh, Branko Kapovic. Great braking with his Honda. And also Ulster on the wall. Ulster on the wall. I think I know what happened here. The inside curb, certainly. Yeah. Wow. The inside curb there was a killer. And I think Jesper will certainly go into the pit. The curb there, if you not take it in a good way, always, and I say always, kill the car. And every car have different situation on that curb, because Lamborghini drives in a different way on that curb, Lexus on other way, Bentley on other way, so you need to learn the best way to take that curb to not go into the wall, but is not always very easy to understand the car. Also, at least for me, the Lexus, at least for me, isn't a good, well-suited car for me, at least. I think is too. It has a lot of problem with tire wear. He wears the tires a lot, at least from my point of view. Daniel Miller onto the pit. Lucas continue, and I think also Martin. Yes, also Martin continue. Daniel Miller decide to go exactly on half of race into the pit lane, and so we'll see where he will exit. And also Duran decide to go into the pit with the number 100 with his Lamborghini. And think another driver? No. We see Nedorazov right now with a great battle against Pelle Overbicki. Aston Martin against the Audi. Now Roman Nedorazov trying to outbrake Pelle Overbicki. Great braking by Nedorazov, but Overbicki, great maneuver, stays ahead. Miller restarting right now. He will editing. Thinking 10th place. Yeah, 10th place for Miller. Right now with Dua. That is behind Karisev. 6th place, but remember that also Duran goes into the pit, so we need to see what will happen With now the situation. Ooh, the what? Decide to go into the pit also. Now is a game of waiting and see what will happen against these drivers. Ooh, Reinder Helmut a little bit wide there. He's trying to pass Branko Kapovic. There are also some driver that has blue flag right now. Miller that is trying to pass Zaleski. And Zaleski let him pass for a moment. Wow, it was risky. It was risky there for Miller. Dubois right now exiting the pit. And Dubois is ahead of Miller. So, right now, Dubois is virtually the first on track without the pit stop, with the pit stop, the mandatory pit stop already done it, sorry. And so Alessandro right now virtually first, but it isn't sure till the end. All depends on what we'll see from the 8 drivers ahead right now. Lucas Mathiesen, Martin Sorp, Adri van der Linden, Roald Oldemand. I think he's Arsenis Kadizevs. Jeroen de Witt that goes right now. Jeroen de Witt that goes right now into the pit. Bokur Florentin and Arman Petrovics. De Witt decide to go into the pit. I think Martin is waiting for a move by Lucas. Is the only thing I can think right now by him. Because normally, if you're behind, you wait for a move by other driver. You not go immediately against the others. But we'll go into the pit and doing another cut. But we'll see. We'll see what he will decide. Jeroen de Witt exiting right now behind Dubois and behind Miller. What with a stop and go! Wow, the Jeroen de Witt race is ruined. Jeroen de Witt race is ruined certainly with a stop and go 30-second penalty. And Jeroen de Witt, it was in a good situation if we talk about the standings, because he finished the third on the first race and right in the second race did not start. It was a good situation, but right now isn't that good. Wow, with Ulster that passed Tab. Want to see the replay to see the overtake. Yeah, it was faster and great braking by Jasper. They pass him very well. Kadizev and Florentin on the pit. The Petrovics that pass them immediately. And I think we go with a lap inside Lucas, maybe. Yeah, go inside Lucas. For this lap, if he not go into the pit, and we'll see what he decide right now. And so, one lap inside Lucas Matician car with the Florentine into pit. We certainly have some problem with the tires right now, Lucas, but he's trying to do his best to stay ahead. Right now, Daniel Miller gained the position against Duwine, so he's virtually first right now. All depends into the decision of Lucas and Martin, and also if Martin can stay ahead after the pit stop. Right now, Daniel Miller is going with a time of 1:34.210. The last time from Lucas and Sort was 1:45.6 by Sort, and Lucas with a 1:36.0. So not the fastest lap right now for the two drivers into on the leader side, but they're doing the best that they can. Probably Daniel takes a lot of time to do its pit stop because he had a tire change, and maybe it's the best way to close to decide to close this race. But we'll see. 20 minutes remaining, so we are on the third of the race, two-thirds gone. And now all depends on the pit stop, on the strategy, but we're going to Miller, because Miller right now is behind Arman Petrovic, that is one of the last drivers that need to do its pit stop. Goes a little bit wide here. Petrovic, we'll see if he decides to defend. No, he leave the space for Daniel Miller and let him pass. So Petrovic knows that is not fast as Miller, and decided to let him go, let him pass. And so Daniel Miller is trying like a fury to recover as fast as he can the positions. And right now we're doing a great job. Also important thing to know that this season we have the championship divided also in classes. We have pro classes, we have silver classes, and AM classes. And this is a great opportunity to see what the driver are into the position. But it's pretty good to see the class of the driver. The pro are considered gold driver, the silver are considered silver driver, and the bronze are considered bronze driver. The only one that it is platinum is Lucas, that is the champion of the last championship. And so right now I think we can see the standings. Okay, here we are with the standing with the Pro driver, Silver driver, and AM driver in the position they have. So it's how the system works. But return to racing. We are ready with Kadisev with a drive-through also after the stop and go. Wow, Kadisev having a lot of problem with the pit stop, but right now it's interesting to see that Martin Short is very near Lucas Mathiesen. He can probably pass him in a matter of laps. We'll see if he can stay ahead. Lucas that is having a lot of problem right now. It isn't, and I think this is the first time I see Lucas in this difficult situation, and also see Lucas in second place right now on the championship. Martin Short with a good braking, tried into his side and pass him. No, because Lucas immediately tried to retake the position side by side into this large curve. DRS open if we talk about F1, but we are not F1 with Martin Short ahead, and Lucas decides to stay behind. A great overtake here by Martin, but a great and clean battle between those two. I think Lucas decide to let him pass because if they're battling each other, they certainly lost a lot of time against Daniel Miller. So great choice by great choice by Lucas Mathiesen with Martin Short that pass Lucas and decide immediately to go into the pit limiter activated, and now we'll see if Daniel Miller will be ahead of or not Martin Short, and also if Lucas will be ahead after his pit stop. Now we are here with Daniel Miller. Martin Short in the pit right now. He's on the last part of the pit lane, so he finish right now. Last two turn for Miller. Martin Short exiting the pit right now. Martin Short is ahead by 15 seconds, nearly 15 seconds. So very good for Martin. That is ahead. But right now, Lawrence van der Water against Nedo Redzov with a Mercedes. That is the Mercedes of not Petrovic, but Zaleski. But let him pass, but it's a great battle. Petrovic into the pit lane, and so a lot of driver will pass him. With Kadisev another stop and go, 30 seconds. Kadisev had a lot of problem with the pit stop in this race. Ooh, what happened there? What happened? I think it's Zaleski. Oh, it was the Vit. It was the Vit. With the Kadisev goes into the pit for the stop and go. With Duran that has a follower. And now, ooh, what happened there? What happened? I think a lag. I think a lot of lag there. Because it was very strange with Nedo Redzov that let pass Van der Water. I don't understand what happened there. But I think it was lag. Daniel Miller is gaining against Sort. Is 12 seconds right now. Yeah, 12 seconds behind. It was 13 seconds behind the last lap. So he's doing a great job. 1 second recovered. And in this track, 1 second recovered every lap is very good. It also there's battle between Mark Ruben and Bukur Florentin, Van Cleef and Jeroen Stabbe, and Kapovic and Zaleski. With Vish into the pit, now Kapovic let pass some driver that I think is De Witt, yeah. Now we see Van Cleef and Stabbe that are doing great racing right now. With Van Cleef in a study phase right now, with Zaleski also with a drive-through penalty. Maybe for cut, because I didn't see him going again into the pit. I think it's probably for cut for the cuts of the track. Too many cut and the burning arrived. Van Cleef stay there. Maybe we go with a lap inside Daniel Miller. Yes, lap inside Daniel Miller. Great lap for Daniel Miller when only 10 minutes remain into this race, with Duran trying to overtake Duwa for the 6th place. They're doing a great battle. The AM Duran is doing a great race. Second Duran from Switzerland. And he's trying to overtake Duwa with his McLaren, Lamborghini McLaren. There are two of the fastest car on the straight, trying to take the slipstream. Is very near, trying to late brake here. Little bit wide, and immediately Duwa try to take the outside, but at the end, the second run take the position, and it was a very good overtake here by Serkan Duran, but now he's ahead of Duwa. And Robin Van Cleef also doing a great battle between Stabbe, but there's a driver behind him that I think is the current virtual leader, that is Sort Olderman. And Van der Linden into the pit. Sort right now pass the BMW. And sorry, the BMW of Van Cleef, and now Stubb will probably also let him pass into the next curve. Immediately going with the flash by Martin Storr, but now he's in second place, and immediately Jeremy Stubb, very respectful, let him pass. Also let the throttle go for a moment, so it was a very good move and a good decision by him. And now Martin Storr is trying to do his best to go the fastest he can to not let Daniel Miller gain the first position. And so Martin Storr is doing a great job. Lucas into the pit, and now is the moment of truth, but I think certainly he's behind Martin, because Martin is doing the last curve right now. And also have 10-second penalty. Also Daniel Miller is ahead of him. Lucas is sitting right now. I think it's also behind Patrick. Yes, it is, but he certainly can pass him. And so Lucas Mathiesen right now, first place. With Patrick at the lead and gaining the position. And take the last podium place. With a pass from Jerome Stubb, I think. Yeah. Ooh, wow, what happened here? Van Cleef with an incredible lag. Strange, very strange situation here for Jerome Stubb, but right now all depends on Miller hands, but they are very... The gap is too much. So Sort is doing a great job. And so Daniel Miller right now there is approaching some blue flag, so he will certainly lost some time with Van der Does passing Dudok, because Dudok goes into the pit for drive-through. This is a good battle also between Petrovic, Ruben, and Kukur Florentin. Bukur, great line there, trying to pass Petrovic. He will try to go inside here, but it was very difficult to pass this corner. Ooh, late braking here by Florentin, by the Romanian driver against the Latvian, and also there's a touch behind them. Florentin trying to take the inside line here, passing immediately, but Petrovic with a braking zone contact between each other, and Petrovic is out of the battle with Mark Ruben, but can certainly try to pass Bucor Florentin after the contact he had with Petrovic. Petrovic restarted, but he certainly pressed by Nolster. No, Petrovic is alone right now. And Ruben can certainly try to pass Bucor Florentin with a little bit of damage he had. And so all depends on Mark Ruben Hens in this moment with Miller that is improving, that is gaining something, some time to Sort, but Sort is doing a great job. The BOP helped a lot in this case, and as I predicted before the start of the race, I was thinking that Sort has the pace to stay into first place. And right, what I see there, what I saw there, Dubois, what happened to Dubois? I saw a bullet behind Mark Ruben. Ooh, I saw what happened. It was a little bit wide. Arthur Dubois, not a great race for Arthur. A better race from Alexandre. And right now, great battle between Jero and Stabbe. And Robert Brancliffe. Ooh, the contact between those two. Very unlucky. This was a very unlucky one to see also from the Helicam. But that was a very lucky. Yeah, that was a very lucky contact. Very lucky for Jero and Stabbe. Last lap started right now. No, it's not started, but Martin Sol will start last lap in moments. He's starting right now on the straight. Last lap for Martin Sort. When 1 minute remaining, he crossed the line, and now he's only the pens in his hand. Doing a great job right now. Also Mark Ruben to stay behind Bucor Florentin, but he's not have a pace to try to overtake him. At least is what we see right now. But we'll see if he can at the end stay side for gaining the last top 10 place. But go with Martin Sort that is behind Zaleski with the Mercedes. That is not let him pass. Zaleski let him pass. Blue flag. 2.5 seconds behind Miller. He's there. Martin Sort, attention! Wow! That was risky. But it was the move he needed because Zaleski didn't let him pass. Daniel Miller is behind. It was near. Ooh, contact with Zaleski. It will probably give him a warning or a penalty. But at the end, Martin Sort win this race, the third race of this GT3 Season 5 Championship. Daniel Miller second place. With Patrick van der Linden taking the third place in this race. Good job by the Dutch with Bentley and Lucas. Fourth place, not a bad placement with the 10-second penalty, and also with the Ferrari in this track. Is not the most suitable track. Great race for the IM driver. Duran, first of the IM drivers. Dubois, 7th place for Alexander Dubois. Lauren van der Water 8th place. Nedo Redzov 9th place right now with Bucor Florentin that is in 10th place, but Ruben immediately behind him. And the situation is incredible because I think there's 2 battles. Ooh, Mark Ruben can certainly gain the position. But at the end, Bokur Florentin stays ahead. And remain in 10th place. One driver exited the server, but Ruben was 11th. And the first of the silver driver is Petrovic. And so right now we'll see, when all the drivers finished, we'll see the standings in all of the drivers. One moment that we saw Arthur Dubois. And here we are with Sor, Miller and Patrick Vanderlig on podium. After them we have Matischen, Ordeman, Duran, Dubois, the Water, Lawrence von the Water, Nedo Drezov and Florentin Bokur with the top 10. After that we have Ruben, Petrovic, Ulster, Van der Does, Van Cleef, Kadisev, Stab, Dudok, Neon, Helmut. And after Helmut we have Orbicki, Kapovic, Fredriksen, Dubois, Zaleski, De Witt and Van der Wacht. And after Van der Wacht we have Vish, Soto, Noricum and On the Water that enter the server but not race. So this is the end of the third race, and remember to stay alert because we are ready for the fourth race on the 5th of September on Hungaroring. So it will be a very difficult race because it's a very narrow track, but we'll see great racing. 3 different winners in 3 races. This one is one of the most exciting season in Racing League history. So we will see each other. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and from Tommaso Maffei, it's all. We will see each other on the 5th September. Bye to everybody.